everybody, this is Alyssa from Make Arts and Crafts, and today we are going to do a kit down and chat instead of my normal WIP and chat. So I am like, even though it is only, like early-ish, or like a third of the way through January, I am like itching to kit up my kits that I plan on working on for the Lunar New Year DP along that I'm going to be hosting in February. So I'm not going to work on them until February, but I really want to kit them up. But before I can kit anything else up, I have 2 more kits that I need to kit down. So I'm like, well, I really want to start kitting those up, but I need to kit these down. So what better time to do it than to kit them down now? So I'm going to go ahead and kit down these 2 kits. I have a square drill canvas to kit down and then a rounds to kit down. And I actually am at the point where I need to, I really need to get another container because I'm running out of room in my square drill storage. So I need to get another container for each of these. My squares aren't too bad, but my rounds are like, they're a little on the overflowing side, which is a good thing because I'm really getting into all of these cross stitch conversion projects that I'm doing. I'm like really getting into them. I finished 2 that were WIPs going into January. I finished 2 already. And I have 1 more that I'm almost done with that I'll finish once I'm done with this video. And I'm like super excited for them. But anyway, so we're going to do a kit down and chat for these, and we'll see how far we go. You can kind of see a little bit of the method to my madness. I have these 2 lovely boxes. I love this pattern and I love the colors. It gives me, as you can see, I love these pastel-y, minty vibes. So I got this dragon scale container from Flossom Crafter on Etsy, and I had her I had them when they cut them for me because they come with dividers and they're slated to come with the dividers like this lengthwise, but I had them cut widthwise for me, so I had the dividers cut like this so they are widthwise instead of lengthwise because I liked having these shorter columns instead of the long columns, and that's how I had them done for me for both my rounds, which are to the left that you can't see, and my squares right here. So we're going to go into my method of madness a little bit. I use my Elizabeth Ward trays, as you can see, and I've actually been finding myself kitting them up. What we're going to do first is organize them, because when I kit up, when I'm working on my canvas, I've been finding that what works well for me is putting them, normally I do numbers first, and then alphabet, and then symbols. The symbols end up being in DMC order, but for this particular kit, I think I ended up doing alphabet first and then numbers, which is a little weird. Normally I do it the other way around, but it just makes it a little easier to find things when you don't have to hunt for the letter or the number that you're looking for me, when it's like easier to find them in the kit. So that's the way I've been doing it. What I do is I actually pull the ABs out because I store ABs separately and special drills separately. So these are the 4 ABs that came with this square drill canvas. And we're going to pull them out and set them to the side. I'll have to do another video for you guys because I haven't kitted down and done anything with my ABs or my special drills. So I have a whole, like, probably 2 or 3 rows worth of containers of special drills that I haven't touched or done anything with. And then we'll put this one over to the side as well because I have to put that back in my storage. That I literally have not done anything with in a couple months, so I really need to get on it. So we're going to just start pulling these out. I like to organize these, and we're going to pull them out. We're going to put them in columns. These are already basically in columns a little bit, and I kind of put them in their DMC order. Well, I don't kind of, I do put them in their DMC order. The nice thing is I can go off of this number for a kit like this that's kitted up into order. It just makes it easier for me. It's a little of my method of madness of how I work. So I just have to put it back into DMC order. But I'll put it in columns by 200s, 300s, 400s, and so on. So we're going to do this real quickly, and then we'll kind of get into it. So how is everybody doing? Also, I have had, like, I've been dealing, like, really fighting migraines all week long this week. And I just didn't have the brain capacity to actually do a regular, like, WIP and chat. My brain was just like, yeah, not feeling it this week. And along with that, if I were to actually kit up or if I were to actually work on one of my WIPs, I don't have any sections started on either of my 3 canvases, so I would have had to start a new section. And I'm the person that once I start a section, I like to finish said section. So I would have had to actually like work, and I can't do that because I have to actually work tomorrow, which will be Saturday for you guys when you're watching this. And I need to actually go to bed at a decent time so I can get a good night's sleep. So I can't work on a section and start a section because I'm going to want to keep going and work on it. And no, I can't do that. I need to go to bed at a decent time. So we are doing a kit down and chat instead. I figured that would be a good compromise and that would work. So here we are. Super long explanation. So the kit that I'm actually kitting down, in case you're wondering, is actually going to be, trying to like organize and talk at the same time can be tricky a little bit. So we're actually kitting down New Horizon by Laura Poutrat from Diamond Artisan Shop. That's what we're kitting down. Now I'm going to slide these, kind of condense them down since I've got them in order. So that way I know what I've got, since they are in order now. And then we can get to work. This is the way that I tend to do it. It just keeps me honest with it all. Those were my 200s. There was a lot of these colors right through there. And then I will grab one of these as my spacer, and we can slide the trays out of the way because I'll just put them back in the tray, and we will go from here. And once these kind of move a little bit, then we'll have a little bit more room right there. So how has everybody's week been? I hope you've had a wonderful week. I have had a long, busy week. I am glad that the week is over. I got some extra baggies. I'm very picky on the bags that I like. I found these ones that they have with a little purple top. They're a little bit sturdier of a bag. They are my preferred go-to bag. Let's see how the sticker works on this one. Sometimes the stickers leave some residue. We'll see how the sticker goes. No, not too bad. I like to just put the sticker on here. And we'll see. I have for like these, I don't necessarily use the funnel when I'm kitting down into here, but this funnel is from Bella Art de Nicole. I love it for kitting up when I'm putting them into baggies. I'll do it, but not necessarily for this process, because this I find works well when there's a small enough number of them. Like this, I can just pour directly into here with these. But if I were actually kitting it up into baggies, then I would use this funnel. But I haven't needed it for this process that I'm doing right now. So we are going to get into it. And boom. And anyways, so we'll just kind of start going through and working on it. And I will do a quick look and see. Nope, not a good color match. Those are my paint gems, which I store separately. I don't know why I just stuffed that one in there. So we're going to go ahead and add a new baggie with, I don't know why I'm all discombobulated right now, you guys. I don't know why I'm doing things weird and strangely. So if it's a color that doesn't match my other colors, then I will add a new bag. Gosh, all sorts of out of it. And we will pull the sticker off. I usually don't mind if there's still adhesive on my baggies. It doesn't bother me. So, anyways, it's been a long week. It's been a long but short week and everything. So where did I leave off? Mochi's been in a very needy mood these last few days. She has been like, Mom, you will hold me. I just spent the last half an hour snuggling her because she was like, you will snuggle me, Mom. I don't care what you want to do. You are going to snuggle me. So I had to snuggle Mochi. And I was like, well, I can't really diamond paint when she's like this needy because it's really hard to work around her. So I was like, I guess I'm doing a kit down and chat. And then of course the instant I get everything set up, Mochi's like, haha, just kidding. I'm done with you. I'm over it. Run away. So I was like, okay, fine. And I love it when I close it and the one drill that's like stuck gets unstuck. That's always like a pet peeve of mine. So anyways, we are, oh, it has been so cold here lately. Granted, I know it's all relative, but here in 29 Palms, the cold has been marvelously cold compared to, let's see, what color, is that color close enough to a paint gem color? I feel like those are close to paint gem colors. We're going to add that into the paint. Where is it close? Yeah, we're going to add that to the, I should just put these into their own bag of non-paint gem. I like to store the paint gems together with their own drills. So I have their own drill of baggies for paint gems. And then I have the diamond art clubs, which all go together. And I'm thinking I'm just going to put these in their own baggies. So they will all get their own color. Unless they match up with a square that I already have. That one I didn't pull off very well. I feel like I've been talking and I haven't even said anything yet. Oh my goodness. Ugh. I like to be able to have it say what color it is. But that way I don't have to actually label it. And it gives me an idea of what kit it's from as well. If I need to pull drills for something, I can refer back to my spares. But anywho, let's see. So it's been pretty cold here. Like I said, relative, but the desert out here gets much colder than I would like. It's not a pleasant cold for me. I am perfectly content with a 78 degrees year round. That's my happy temperature. My mom likes 75 year round. I'm like, no, I need a consistent 78. That's my happy temperature. Not 75. 75 is a little chilly. 75, I'm still wearing like sweatshirt and sweatpants because that's still a little cold. But I, of course, in this temperature like this, because it's so expensive to like heat anything, my house is set at 68 degrees. And that's because the girls would freeze if I tried to take it down any lower than 68 degrees. Even that's kind of pushing it a little bit for these little naked cats. Well, they do have hair. They're just mostly naked. See, she's got hair. She's a fuzzy wuzzy. Aren't you, Mochi? You're a fuzzy wuzzy. Hi, baby. She's like, Mom, you need to hold me again. I need you to hold me, Mom. Is your butt going to knock everything over? She's like, no, I'm just going to sit here. The kitten's sleeping. There's stuff on here. The kitten's sleeping. She's in the little hammock portion of their new perch that I got them for Christmas. And she is just all snuggled up and sleeping and loving it. Mochi has been like, I don't want to snuggle right now on the bed. I want you to snuggle me, Mom. I want you to snuggle me. So she has been like, Mama needs to snuggle me, huh, puppy? Have you been a needy cat? Have you been very needy, Moch? Needy baby. So that's been Mochi all week long. Like, Mom, you must hold me. Mom, you must hold me all week long. All week long. Mom, you must hold me. Snuggle me, Mom. Snuggle me. So, yes, I've had a needy Mochi all week long. These ones are a little bit, I'm not a fan of this particular type of one. My thing, I've thought about doing the washi, but then I'm like, do these peel off of washi really well? I haven't tried it. I'd have to see if they peel all right off of the washi tape, because I like being able to have my sticker that peels off of there. And then I'm like, will the washi actually stay on these containers? Because I ain't about to like pull the washi off of a container in every time I kit up or kit down, because that's too much work. I'm not about that life. It takes too much effort, and I don't like doing something that takes that much effort. Because it's like tediousness. It's therapeutic almost in a way, doing the kitting up and kitting down process that you see right here. But at the same time, it's not my most favorite thing in the world to do. I much preferred being able to actually just do my diamond painting. I mean, that's why we do this, right? Doing our diamond painting, that's the whole purpose of this. I don't have nearly as many square drills because I don't do nearly as many square paintings. I mean, when I did my year in review, I looked and I was like, oh wow, I only completed, well, I did all my paint gems, but other than my paint gems, out of all of those finishes, not counting the paint gems, because I count those, my math is different with paint gems. So of the canvases that I finished for, you're just taking up so much space, Mozzarella. of the canvases that I finished in 2023, for the 47 canvases that I counted, I only finished 7 squares, and this one was number 7. The rest of them were all rounds. I was like, wow. I knew I loved my rounds, but I didn't expect there to be that much of a difference between the two. You'll see a definite difference in that number this year. I want to kind of work, I'm trying to consciously buy more, this one's not working well. I want to consciously buy more round canvases, and I'm actually doing that. So there's kits that I will purposely pass up because I'm like, I like it, but it's not artwork that I'm dying to have. So I'm not going to buy it, 1. And then 2, it's a square. So I'm not going to buy it because it's a square. So for me, if it's an image that I cannot live without, I will buy it if it's a square. But only if it's an image that I can't live without will I buy that square. So that's kind of like the way I'm looking at things now. Mochi got sick of waiting for me to hold her. So she's like, must run away. So, because I have way too many squares in my stash compared to, well, I still have significantly more I still have more rounds than I do squares. But I have too many squares for the fact that I don't care for squares. And I have a lot of large squares compared to the number of like more tolerable, manageable sized squares. I have a lot of large squares, and I'm not a big square person. They have gotten easier. Like, I have noticed a huge difference. Squares are much more tolerable for me with this Diamond Art Club square multi-placer. That has made them much easier. I still use, you've heard me say it before, I still use the cheap Amazon, or not the Amazon, but the AliExpress multi-placers, the thin ones. I still use those for my my rounds because I prefer that with my rounds. But for squares, I use the Diamond Art Club multi-placer for my squares, which is, you know, life-changing for the squares. It makes them go much, much quicker. I find that much better, which has been awesome. So anyways, yeah, like I was trying to talk about my week. I don't know that I really did much this week beyond work, and work is going to be picking up, and it's going to be really busy this month. So the month of January is going to be hectic as all get out for me. So I think I'm going to have, like, my month of January, I don't know that it's going to be a lot of finishes. I'm not going to get nearly as much done as what I would want. I am going to finish, I know for sure I'll finish 2 paintings. I'll finish Cat with Big Eyes, and I will finish Midnight Owl. Cat with Big Eyes is my Wrap Up a WIP canvas that I'm doing for Laura and Hannah's event. So that's Laura over at Anxiety Art Adventures and Hannah from Sparkling Spectrumite. I will finish that one. I'm halfway done with it already. It looks beautiful, gorgeous. So I just have half of the canvas to go. And then I'm working on Midnight Owl for blinging in the new year. And then with Tia, J-Rob, the Uncrafted. So with Tia, J-Rob for the, there we go, got it. And Timo for blinging in the new year. And for the Jeremiah Kettner diamond painting event. I can't remember the hashtag for that off the top of my head. You'd have to look at my Instagram. Because I don't know if I want to, I'm not going to put it down in the description because I'm not actively working on those right now. But it's in my Instagram from my starting photo post of that. I'm doing Midnight Owl for that. And that's hosted by Bree over at Painting with Pitties and Sophie from the Diamond Help Desk for that event. But yes, I am super excited for that one. It is, I believe Sophie is co-hosting that one. I can't remember. But yeah, that one is awesome. And that canvas is looking gorgeous. I am a third of the way through that canvas. So those 2 I will definitely finish this month. I did finish already this week. I did finish, like I said, the 2 cross stitch conversions. So I made progress on like small things, But like the big ones, like my Ticket to Ride canvas, definitely not going to finish that this month, which means it will be, because that's a huge square. So that will be like a WIP going into the month of February. But in February, I'm going to be focusing on my event canvases, and I'm going to have 3 event canvases that I'm going to be focusing on for my event for the Lunar New Year DP along. So with how busy work is going to be, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to do 4 canvases. One of them will be a surprise canvas for you guys to see. It's a custom canvas that I'm having done. So I'm excited to show that to you guys. Hasn't arrived yet, but it will be here before the event starts. Should be here anytime. And I'm super excited to show that to you guys. And because that one's it's beautiful. It'll be beautiful. Well, it should be beautiful. I haven't seen the actual finished canvas yet because it's a custom, but the artwork is beautiful. I should know. I'm the originator of the artwork myself, but I can't wait for that one. That one's perfect for the Lunar New Year DP along that I'm hosting. So anyways, but that will give me 2 big squares for the event, which I'm going to continue on into those 2 canvases. I know I'm going to be still working on in March, but they're both dragons. So that was why I thought those would be perfect, because they're going to be tide me over, and I'll run them into March for Mackenzie's dragon event. So I'll be doing those ones for Stoke Your Dragon Fire for March. And then, hi Mochi. She's like, Mom, you need to hold me. You need to stop what you're doing and hold me. I know, baby. I love you too, sweet pea. She's like, Mom, hold me better. Hold me better. Snuggle me, Mom. She's such a little love bug. And she's like, Mom, you're not holding me well enough. So that'll give me those 2 squares, which are going to be big and take me a lot of time. But my goal is to have them done by the end of March. And then I will have 2 rounds, which I'll definitely finish those there. But with how busy work is going to be for January, with everything that I have to get done for work, it's going to be really hectic for the rest of the month. I don't know that I will make much progress on Secret Temple, my big square that I'm doing for Ticket to Ride. Especially since I don't know that I'll finish it in February. But I could work on it in February because it does qualify for my event. So I could continue working on it into February to make progress towards finishing it. We'll see. I haven't decided what I want to do. We will see as the month goes through what I do and what I work on. So many decisions, so little time. But yeah, I haven't really done much interesting stuff. Well, I guess I did. So Saturday, I was supposed to have the 24-hour duty this past Saturday, last week, where I do a 24-hour shift at work. Which, I hate Saturday ones because then you lose your entire weekend because you spend Sunday recovering from Saturday, so your entire weekend is shot because you go home at 7 o'clock on Saturday. So your entire weekend, or on Sunday, and your entire weekend is shot, and you basically get no weekend. But I ended up switching with a coworker so I could go to hockey game, the Coachella Valley Firebirds hockey game on Saturday night, with a bunch of fellow coworkers. There was 30 of us that went to the game. And the one coworker, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to it. And I was like, but you helped organize the whole thing with everybody going, so how come you're not going to the event that you helped organize? That makes no sense. So we switched. He took the last Saturday duty, and I drove down to Palm Springs and went to the hockey game, which was super fun, super great. They won. They played a team out of Canada. I think they played the Abbotsford Canucks is who they played, which is actually the team. One of my professors lives in Abbotsford, Canada. And that's his team. So it's kind of cool that they played my professor's team. And then it was so loud in that arena, though. They know how to, Coachella Valley really comes out for the games now, because the hockey team, and you don't think of the desert as a good place for a hockey team or a hockey game, but they're actually doing, like, the team is doing pretty well. Like, they won the game on Saturday. I think it was like 4 or 5-0 is what it was. They did really well. They played well. So I enjoyed it. Had a fun. My watch, I have an Apple Watch. My watch was yelling at me the entire game because of the noise level in the stadium was like above the, like, you know, the loudness decibel where your Apple Watch goes off, like, the entire time. So my watch was just yelling at me the entire time. And I'm like, okay, I should probably, yeah. So my drive home, normally I listen to WIP Chats or like YouTube videos as I'm driving home, because that's like a solid like hour 15 as I'm driving back home. But I did not at all, because it was so loud in there that as I drove home, I'm like, I just need dead silence. I can't listen to anything, because like my head, like my brain hurts just from the noise, the sheer volume in there. I just need silence. So I had silence as I was driving home. And then Sunday, I just kind of chilled and relaxed on Sunday. I needed to go grocery shopping, but did I go grocery shopping? No, because I was recovering from the hockey game. So I did not go grocery shopping on Sunday, which I needed to, because I was out of orange juice, which is kind of like my tell that I have to go grocery shopping. Because I can survive anything else, but if I'm out of orange juice, then I'm screwed. This is $37.46, so I need to, this one's mangled a little bit. We will still put it there. But if I'm out of orange juice, then I'm out of everything. That's like my classification for grocery shopping is orange juice. And that's because I don't drink orange juice straight, because it's way too sweet. But I actually will mix, because I don't like the flavor of just straight water. I grew up on a farm and we had well water, so I'm used to, and it literally came straight out of the ground up through the pipe into, and it was an artesian well. So there was no filtering of that water. It came straight out of the ground. And that's what I grew up drinking. So I was used, and it tasted delicious. It wasn't one of those wells that you drink that is like, you don't want to drink it because it tastes weird. No, it was like the most delicious ice cold well water ever. And I loved that flavor. So for me to drink like any kind of city water is just, it just is gross tasting after that, because you can taste all the chemicals in the water, and I hate that chemical taste of water. So I, basically, to kind of mask the flavor of water, and I refuse to buy bottled water because bottled water is so 100% wasteful. One, I use a, it's like a alkaline water filter, so it kind of like removes a lot of that like flavoring to the water. It's kind of like working at cross purposes that I use an alkali water filter, and yet I add orange juice to my water, which is an acid that makes, yeah, I know it makes no sense, but it gives me the flavor that I want. So I use 7 parts water and 1 part orange juice in my water. So normally I have my big old hydro flask that I've been hauling around for forever. It's got dents all over it from dropping it everywhere. And then I love this little handle that I use for it. And as you can see, it's pretty beat up. And I'll fill like 1 part orange juice. I'll put a little bit of orange juice in the bottom. Not a lot, just a little bit. Fill it the rest of the way with my filtered water from the fridge. And that's what I'll drink kind of throughout the day when I'm at work. And then when I'm at home, I'll use like little ones, because then I can see what I'm drinking and how much I'm drinking, and it helps me to drink it more. And that's what I drink every day. I don't drink pop. I don't drink like any kind of like sugary beverages or anything like that. I drink water. That's my beverage. Get this out from behind Cat. And we want 37.61. I forgot to put my placer in place. We're making good progress. So I was out of orange juice as of Saturday. I think I ran out on Friday last week. So I ran out like a week ago, and I didn't go on Saturday because I just didn't go on Saturday. So I was like, okay, I can go on Sunday. Did not go on Sunday last week. Yeah, slacker. And if I don't go on the weekend, I don't go grocery shopping, because by the time I get home from work and change out of my uniform, I have absolutely no desire to go to the store. No desire. I'm like, once I change out of that uniform, I'm not going to put on regular clothes because I hate changing clothes multiple times a day. So I'm going to change out of my uniform and I'm going to change into pajamas. Like, that's literally how I roll. Like, the uniform is coming off and the sweatpants are coming on, and I'm not going to go to the grocery store in my sweatpants. But I'm also at the same time not going to change from the uniform into like a pair of regular pants, and then from regular pants go to the grocery store and then come back and put on sweatpants, because that's changing clothes too many times in one day. I'm not about that life. It's a one and done. You change as few times as possible over the course of the day, which is why, you get up on a Saturday, you get dressed, you lounge around in your pajamas for a little bit, and then you get dressed and you go to the grocery store, and then you go back from the grocery store and call it a day and go back in your pajamas. And that's like your Saturday when you're having a lazy Saturday. But you do your grocery run. Well, I did not do it on Saturday. I did not do it on Sunday. And I don't go grocery shopping during the week. That just does not happen. No grocery shopping happens during the week ever. So, did not do that during the week this week. I actually had to, buy lunch food yesterday. So, Thursday, I actually had to buy food at the hospital for lunch Thursday, and again today on Friday, which is like unheard of for me to have to actually eat food at the hospital, because I don't eat hospital food. I always just bring my own lunch, but I was so out of food that I actually had to do that. So I'm like, okay, like my dinner tonight, was the only things that I have left in my house, basically. I have things that I could actually cook, but that requires too much effort. So my dinner tonight was shredded cheese on a tortilla. Granted, these are really good tortillas that a friend of mine brought back from Texas, that are like the homemade good tortillas. They're butter tortillas, and they are like on point, amazing, delicious tortillas that, you just heat them up and put a little bit of shredded cheese on there and call it a day. So kind of like a quesadilla, but not really, because that's too much effort to actually cook the quesadilla. So I do my cheater quesadilla, which is literally just tortilla and cheese. And that was what I had for dinner tonight, because that was like the most low effort thing that I could think of, because I need groceries. And then tomorrow I will have tomorrow will be one of my, now is actually one of my long days at work. So I will have a 24-hour shift at work tomorrow. So that will be super fun. But honestly, I will take it tomorrow over the 3-day weekend, where, I'll be off work. I'll leave on Sunday at like 7 a.m. But then I'll still have all of Monday off, because Monday is a holiday. So I'll actually get Monday off, which is nice, because then I actually still get a weekend, which is nice, versus last week. Like, if I had it on last week, I would not have had the weekend at all, because I would have spent Sunday recovering. So this time, I can spend Sunday recovering, but I'll still get Monday off as well to enjoy a day off. So it actually works out. So that will be my plan. But anyways, that's kind of like the long and short of the fact that I didn't really do much this week besides work, which is, normal, and nothing eventful at work this week. Oh, we did have a vendor come in to kind of like say, ooh, use us, kind of a thing. And they brought in cookies from the cookie company, which I think is like kind of like, all of the cookie places that are rising up, kind of like Crumble Cookie and all these other fancy cookie places. So they brought in those fancy cookies from the cookie company, and they were like half dozen cookies, and those cookies are massive. Like, we split, and they brought them into like the different departments. So we split the cookies into, and they dropped them off for us in the different clinics and the different departments. So for us, we split them into like each cookie into 4 pieces, and oh, there were some really good cookies in there. So I had some cookies for lunch today, and then like a really, really unhealthy barbecue melt sandwich from the ship store, because that was what I had for lunch. But yeah, and then my super unhealthy dinner. And tomorrow I will be my long shift at work, and I will just eat fast food on base tomorrow. That's what I'll end up eating tomorrow while I'm on at work. I'll order fast food and get fast food, which will be super fun. Or I'll have another one of those melts for lunch or dinner from the ship store, because the ship store is open 24 hours a day. So that's probably what I'll end up doing. Ooh, the last one for the square drills. We cruised through this. Oh my goodness. I like to not stick them down all the way, so that way it's easier to peel them up. Because when they're not fully stuck down, they peel up really easy. It's the ones that I squished all the way down that have been a pain in the butt to get up. But, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at for like my super uneventful week. Nothing really happened. If you guys watched my unboxing of my January mystery, or my January Swordscription box or moon box, which was super fun. I'm super excited for it. I'm gonna finish I started working on the macrame project for it already, and I plan on finishing that while I'm on duty tomorrow. And then I'm also gonna be taking my crochet, because I like to work on the crochet, and then I work on special drill projects, small things, or like paint gems. That's what I work on when I'm not actively doing work stuff at work. But I'll take those things with me, and I want to do crochet stuff tomorrow. That's going to be like one of my emphasis is crochet. So I've got all of that scheduled for tomorrow. Let's see, we're going to take the crystals out and set them off to the side. Put that one right there. And then we're also going to grab the extra special drills that I added, which are all going to be labeled like this. Here's an AB. Hi, baby. See, she's so needy today. Here's the other AB that it came with. So, like, you can see, look at all of these. This is the special drills that it came with right here. These are the specials it came with, which were 2 ABs and 3 crystals, and a lot of crystals. And these are, sorry, Moch, the ones that I added. I think that's everything that I added. Yeah, so you can see how much I added to it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things that I added to it, which is a lot. So we're going to slide all of that off to the side, because I need to put those back in their bags and do that. So that's all going to sit over there. You just like taking up space. Okay, we need to slide this here. She's like, Mom, you will hold me. See, I told you she was needy. She's being very needy today. She's like, Mom, I know, Moch, I'm not, well, why don't you go lay in your bed? You have a bed, and you can see my super stacked round drills. I don't have room for my big bags of stuff, so I have more rounds than anything else, because I've done more round drill kits, and they're taking up a lot of space. I need to move this entire column into another storage. So I took these 310s, 3865, and it kind of boggles my mind that you can have 5200, which is white, and these are 2 completely different shades of 5200. I would say this one's a true 5200, but this one is kind of like an off-white white. So they get their own bag. But I like having all of these extras, because these are colors that are very common. So when I'm doing my cross-stitch conversions, I now have some really common colors that I can actually pull from. This bag was significantly fuller than what it was. It was actually like full to the top, and you can see how many drills I've used out of it already just from cross-stitch conversions. So it helps when I don't have to actually like pull and purchase any drills for cross-stitch conversions. I can just use what I have. But those are the big bags that I pulled out because they were taking up space, and as you can see, we already are running out of space because they're so full that we have kind of like, you know, overflowy. So, let's see. We are going to sort our drills. 3, 4, 8. Mochi, you're in my way, girlfriend. You are in my way, little girl butt. You are so totally in my way, girl butt. She is totes in my way. I need you to move your little booty. Mochi needs to move her booty. I'm gonna make you move. You are not helping me at all, little girl. She's like, I don't care, Mom. I'm right here and I'm staying right here. You're not helpful. I'm gonna make you... I hate to move her because she's just too cute and I don't want to move her. But at the same time, she's not helpful. She's in the way. Okay, can I hold you? Can I hold you on my lap? Oh, can I hold the cat? Oh, she's like, you will hug me like a baby. So I'm now holding her like a baby with her draped over my shoulder. That's what I'm doing. She's funny. So I completely forgot about the giveaway for the 500 subscriber giveaway. The winner from last week for the WIP Chat number 33 never claimed the prize. So if you go back to video WIP Chat number 33, you can see what the prize will be. So as you can see here, I put in the link. I am going to filter for duplicate users, and we're going to come down here, and I solved the sum, and we're going to scroll all the way down and see who our winner is. Who is our winner going to be? Let's see. Come on. Oh, I think I have to, yeah. I want to click the start button. Who is it going to be? Come on. Who is it going to be? I solved the sum. Oh, I have to get the comments. Okay. And now I can solve the sum. It's always so challenging. Who are we going to get? Who is our winner? Ooh, look at that. So congratulations. So go ahead and reach out to me on Instagram, Make Arts and Crafts on Instagram, and send me your address, and I will get that over to you. So congratulations. So anyways, let's see. We'll talk about some diamond painting stuff now. If I can focus with this cat draped over my shoulder, like a little baby. Diamond painting wise, what do we got? So I have been doing really good on purchases. I authorized myself with all of my finishes. I know I talked about it last week, that with all of my finishes that I had, like plastic baggie down, I need to pick it up. And Mochi's gonna be like, okay, perfect time to put you on the floor. She's like, Mom, I do not want to be on the floor. Do you want to come in here? Come here. Let's go grab a booty. Right here. Come here, Moch. Get up here. Get up here. Get up here. She is like, yes, I will snuggle in the Oodie. There. I put her inside the Oodie on her perch, and she is happy because she is now in the Oodie. Such a demanding little cat. Sometimes. My goodness. But now she is happy. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So with all of my finishes that I did, for the month of December, I authorized myself to, with my new finish 4 by 1, I was like, I can actually do 3 purchases is what I was authorized to do. And I have done 2 of those purchases is all I've done so far. So I have purchased 1 kit from, that I did initially. I think that I already talked about it last week, that I purchased from Diamond Dots. It's Peace and Tranquility. It is a Buddha image that I found that I really liked. So I did that one. And then I found one from, all right, we're going to do these here, we'll slide these over so that way I have some room. And then I found no, I didn't find, so I found that one. And then I also did a image from, one of the new releases from Enabler's Outpost. So I got the little burb. So, can't remember what the name of it. What's the name of the kit? Let me add it to, or let me look on my Gems Flow. Where did I put Gems Flow? In my important stuff. No, I don't want you to send me stuff. I prefer that view. No, go back. What are you doing to me? So I got Rainbow Bird. I call it the burb. So Rainbow Bird is the new one that I just got from, or just ordered from Enabler's Outpost. That's number 2. And what I like, and what actually is like makes me happy, is both of those purchases are small, like essentially like 40 by 40 canvases, and they're both rounds. So I'm like, you know, that's pretty awesome, because I like the fact, oh, I forgot that these stickers don't like to peel up. So that's the one downside. The Enabler's Outpost stickers don't like to come up. Well, this is my first time using one of their large canvases from their other manufacturer, but I think I had a similar issue. So maybe this is my first time with these ones, but I think I've worked on canvases from a similar sticker quality from different company that I had a similar issue where they didn't want to peel up well. But anyways, so what makes me happy is they both ended up being round drills, and they're actually 2 small canvases. So that means I'm adding 2 small kits to my stash, which I'm like, that makes me happy. So instead of having some massive kits, because I felt like after Black Friday, I added way too many huge canvases to the hoard. So this was nice because it was 2 small, manageable, fun-sized, round drill kits. And I'm trying to, ideally, if possible, add rounds. I really wanted to add like a couple canvases from Bella Art Diamonds because they had some really pretty releases. But I was like, the 2 that I really liked were like the Finland one. I can't remember what it was called. The Finland one. I really liked that one. We're just going to put the 161 on there. But it was a square, and I was like, do I really want this in square? And I was like, I want it, but not right now. Right now, I really want to prioritize trying to do some rounds. So I put it on my wish list. And then also along with that, we're going to grab myself some Sharpie just in case I need to Sharpie the baggies. And then along with that, the next one that I really, well, actually my number 1 choice from Bella Art Diamonds from their release on the 6th was, because mind you, these finish 4 by 1. My emphasis for these is from small shops. So my other one that I was really looking at from Bella Art Diamonds from their releases on the 6th, I really liked the one by, what is it, Stephen Morales? The, oh gosh, what is the name of it? It's beautiful. It's the woods with the lake, with like the water. It was gorgeous. But again, it was squares. And I was like, I really like it and I want it, but I would like to add, I want to finish some of these big squares that I have first before I go adding more squares to my hoard, unless it's like a square that I cannot live without. And as much as I really liked the image, it was like, this isn't something that I feel like I can't live without. So I'm just looking to see if that's a close enough color. And yes, that looks like a close enough color that I can add right to that baggie. We're calling that close enough. And I need to get something to kind of like eventually get better about being able to pull these stickers off. Or just like washi tape the edges of my containers. That would work as well. But I feel like that's just so much work. So much work. So probably should have like kept those separate, but probably should keep those separate. So probably should. But anyways, but I'm like, we're working on them. The 310s are going to go, well, that's a big old bag of 310. This bag of 310, I'll throw this one in my, because that's a big enough bag right there. I don't think I need to add any more to it. So we're just going to put those 310 into right here. Sometimes if I have a lot of a color and I don't want to add them in, I'll just add them into this container, this like thing of drills right here, which has got a lot of drills in it. Which at some point, I want to try to like fill it all the way up. So I'm kind of adding some drills to it, but not all of them. So sometimes if I don't have enough of a color, like it's a very minimalistic color, and like looking at it, I'll be like, meh, I'll do that. So anyways, I really wanted those 2 landscapes, but as I was thinking about it, I'm like, I'm going to put them on my wish list, and I will get them eventually as I finish some of these. Nope, that's a very different color. And I'm like, I've got a big enough bag of this. So you'll see me kind of going through some of these where I'm like, I have a lot of that color in that bag, and this is a different color. I don't feel like starting another of that color because this is pretty full right now. So until I do something with my storage, I'm just going to pour those in here because I don't feel like dealing with the hassle of trying to add another bag into right there right now. I just don't have the room to fit another bag into this container when I already have a lot of that color. So that's not happening. So I was, as much as I really wanted it, wish list, that's where I went with it. And we're going to put that one in there though, because I have a lot of that color and not a lot in this bag. So those went on the wish list. And then I was like, well, what about the other ones that I really want? There is a canvas that's super adorable. It's like the Matcha Red Panda from Swartz Designs that I've been eyeballing, that is on my list that I want to get from one of my finish X number buy one stash. But I'm like, I know it's there and it's not going anywhere, so I'll get it at some point. I just haven't decided when I want. And I just got the mystery box from, and I'm trying to like spread out the purchases, and I just got a mystery box from Swartz Designs, or like the Swartzscription box. I got the Winter Advent. So that has a canvas. I got the Winter Advent canvas, and I'm getting like the February box, and I will get a box in March. So I'm like, I feel like that's a lot of canvases from Swartz Designs for right off the bat. So I'm kind of trying to share the wealth between different companies. So I was like, well, we'll just kind of hold off on that one for now and call it good for now. Got a lot of that. Let's see if there's a color that's similar. Nope, those are a completely different color family. So that one's going in this container because I've got a lot of those drills, and that's a very different color. So we were like, we're just gonna kind of wait on that and call it a day. And I'm not gonna finish this while you guys are watching, because these stickers are taking way too long to peel off. But I did not purchase from there, even though there's one that I do want from her. So then the other one, there's 2 kits that I want from Jolly Gem Shop that are on my to purchase list from Jolly Gem Shop. So I'm like, I've kind of got those that I'm eyeballing as well. We'll put those in another bag because there's a lot of those. So I've been eyeballing those, and I'm like, well, I think I do want to make those purchases from Jolly Gem Shop. And there's 2 really, really pretty ones. I can't remember the names of them, but they're ones with an Asian feel, because, I mean, what else would I purchase? Let's be serious. You guys know, like, you can expect to see art that kind of has an Asian vibe for most of my new purchases nowadays. I'm trying to kind of, like, keep it to the images that really speak to me, and those are the images that you'll find that do speak to me. So I'm limiting myself a little bit more and trying to be very picky. So I'm like already on like, you know, I'm filming this on the 12th, and I've only made 2 purchases so far this month. And I have gotten more than that. So if I look at, ordered after January 1st, I have actually gotten 3 canvases this month, because one of them was a Christmas present. So if you count my Christmas present from my brother, which, so I've got a Christmas present from my mom and then a Christmas present from my brother. technically, see, that one peeled off just fine. I could have put it on that baggie, but oh well. Technically, that has added in some canvases as well. So from my brother, he got me Finding Myself from JoJo's Art, which is that beautiful fox, I don't know why I said fox, the beautiful tiger image of those tigers with the swirl, and that one's from Diamond Art Club. That's what I got for my brother for Christmas. And that one, I think he ordered it for me like the 2nd or 3rd or whatever. It actually just arrived yesterday. Thursday is when it arrived. So I have received 3 canvases. Well, I will have received 3 canvases this month, but I will have only purchased 2. So that one doesn't really count because it was a present. So I'm doing really good. I've only made 2 purchases so far this month, and that's on track for my, my finish for buy one that I said I wanted to do. So I'm definitely right on track with where I wanted to be for canvases. So I'm pleased with that. I'm actually holding strong, doing good, not being super tempted by any like releases from Diamond Art Club, as long as they don't release any Yume's or any like Jenny Lee's, because her stuff has been beautiful and I'm like, I need it all. It's kind of like now become one of my I must purchase, right along with the Yume's. Like I didn't even know about her art prior to them releasing Heaven's Gate, and now I have both Heaven's Gate and Path of Light, and I'm like, I love them. Those are must-haves, must-haves, must-haves. So yeah, that was like a really bad poor job that I did right there. Boom, 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 boom. In case you wonder, it's always easier to pick up the drills if you lick your finger first, and then it's easy to pick up the drills. So yeah, so I've been doing pretty well on purchases, which is I like, but now the true test is I need to actually finish enough kits in January, more than like it would be nice to finish in more kits in January than what I actually purchased. So that way I'm like decreasing the hoard, not increasing the hoard. Because that's the whole point, is I want to be decreasing the size of the hoard, not making it larger. And if I have enough like I use a lot of the grays, but I feel like I've mixed, I didn't realize it, but I had mixed dye lots in here. So I have like multiple dye lots of 414, but it's such a common gray that I'm like, you know what? I've already mixed dye lots for it, and I use a lot of 414 with some of my little cross stitch conversions, and there's a lot of this. And I've already got like mixed, I am just all over the place tonight. Good grief. So we're just going to pour it in there and deal with having even more drills mixed, because why not? They're enough of a color variation in those dye lots that if you pour them in a tray, you can easily pick out what you need. Or you put them on a coloring page like Enabler's Outpost's new coloring page, and then you're good, and you can pick what you want from that coloring page. Like, look how full this is. It's so staffed. But anyways, I have been blathering on, and I feel like I don't even, I have literally been blathering on, and I have about nothing for like the last however long. Beyond the fact that I'm doing good, I am on track, and I am being accountable with my finish 4 by 1, and I wanted to tell you guys that I am being accountable with my finish 4 by 1, and I am doing good, and I still have one free purchase that I can do from my December finishes for the month of January. So I am very pleased with that. So yes, I am very pleased that I am holding strong to that, doing well so far. Granted, we're only into, the beginning of the year so far, only on day 12, but I mean, that's impressive. Like, I keep track of all of my canvases that I do. Like, I keep track of all my purchases. I'll pull up my, this is my diamond painting logbook from Add More Zest. I'll pull this up so you guys can kind of get a little bit of a feel. We're going to change our course of action and do a little show and tell here, because why not? We might as well. We'll make it quick because, it's almost at an hour and it takes forever to upload videos. So at the beginning of this, I have my At the very beginning, I'll have my actual, like, just all of the kits that I have, and I'll put, like, these are the Amazon ones that I've destashed and gotten rid of. These are the ones that I've already finished. I'll put the date that I finish them. And, like, when I buy a new kit, they'll go on here, and then when I finish one, this will be the date that I finish it, and I'll do that. And then I've also gone through, and whenever I buy a kit, I put the date, I'll put the day that I purchased the kit and, like, where I purchased it from. So you can see some months I've purchased a whole crap ton of stuff. So, like, in April, granted, a lot of these were Amazon kits, but April was by far, like, the month that I bought the most. I did really good in October. September and October, I tried to really cut back in purchases. And you can see in October, I only bought 5 things. So I did really good. But then in November, I bought way too many things in November. December, I did really good as well. And I only purchased, forgot to write that at the top. So in December, I purchased, technically, I only purchased 1, 2, I personally, in December, only purchased 2, but I received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because I had 3 sneak peeks. I bought 2, and then my mom sent me 1 for a Christmas present. So I only bought 2, but I received 6, which actually was not bad for December. And then January, so far, I have 1, 2, and then Rainbow Bird. I need to put Rainbow Bird that I bought. Yeah. What day did I buy Rainbow Bird? I forgot to put Rainbow Bird in here. Bought it on the 9th. So the 9th of January is Rainbow Bird. So that way it's in my stash here. Rainbow Bird. And that's going to be a Nailers Outpost. We're just going to put it just like that. So that way you can see that this one I didn't purchase in January. So technically it falls previous from the subscription box, but I put it in there so it's tracked there because I purchased it previously. So those are kind of counted a little differently. So then I can come back over here to this and put Rainbow Bird over here. But this just helps me to actually see on a month-to-month basis how I'm actually doing with purchases and like what I'm doing. So like January, you can see like the day by day, like what I've bought and when. Like over here, you can see I did really well. I literally only bought 2 kits in December and 1 on the 21st and 1 on the 23rd. I made it until the 23rd before Dak got me. And I did buy a D-stash of Pretty and Pastel that I was hunting in December. And then there's other months that I did much better. And like, I did really well in October too. I did really well in October. I only bought 5 canvases. That's when I bought my Kitschmas that I did for Christmas. And my sword that I finished for my event. That's actually what I'm kitting down right now. But that's kind of like how I track everything. In case you were curious and wanted to know what I do for my tracking purposes, this is what I do. But yeah. And I log them, like I said, I log them in the front. And when I finish a kit, I can write what I finished here in the front and what date it is. And then if I'm going to destash something, like I have a few kits that I want to destash, I'll write that I want to destash it with a DS for destash. And once that's actually destashed, I cross it out, saying it's no longer in my hoard at all. Then it gets crossed out. But that's what I have for, what is that being weirdness right there? There we go. And then I can like work on it. So some of them I will start in the new year, or in February I'll start Super Dragon, and some of the other ones. But yeah, that's what I do. That way I can know what I have, and then as I work on them, they get their individual pages of stuff with their comments and my thoughts and everything else for what I'm doing for things. So that all goes in here. Here's my enhancements I'm doing and things like that. So that's kind of a little bit of a tidbit of what my logbook looks like. And then if it starts to outgrow the size of this, I can expand the rings, make them bigger. And then I could always potentially like take the previous year and put it in its own separate logbook. Or I can thin out some of the extra stuff because I'm not tracking my spares like I was, the spare drills like I was. But I can keep just the actual logbook contents, or I can just get larger rings. But anyways, I digress. But it gives you guys a little bit of a glimpse of how I'm tracking things and doing things. And I'm going to finish dekitting. I'm almost done. I just have this little bit right here, and then I have all my specials that I really need to do something with, but that's going to be a project for this weekend after I am done with work, because I'm not going to be doing it now or anything like that. I forgot to take the sticker off of this one. I'm not going to be doing it prior to going to work tomorrow, because I'm going to finish dekitting this, and then, oh wow, you could actually use this for the, no, that's tedious and annoying. I am going to stick with using my fingernail. But yeah, I am going to finish dekitting this, and then I am going to go ahead and probably get everything ready for tomorrow and go to bed, because I have to be up early so I can be at work early for tomorrow, and we will call that a day. So I will let you guys go for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and a wonderful weekend for this holiday weekend, this MLK Martin Luther King Day coming up on Monday. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.